Cali Binders, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money, got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga, streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the feds get me. It's guap off top, diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shine.
For some of the Hood Post, man. Shout out to the mailroom goons of the mailroom nation. we got our guy in here. What's up, Big Dale?
Melly Mail, man. Shit was hanging loose.
Hanging loose, man.
This Saturday.
It's been a minute, bro.
It's been better.
Man, since we last spoke, man, you have recently upgrade or gained another position on your job. Let's start there, man. How did that process go for you, Dale?
It went pretty good. I mean, it's about time that they recognize, all my hard work and my dedication. You know what I'm saying? 19 years, that's a long time to be working at one job. You know what I mean? And, all that hard work, man, finally paid off. It's good to get recognized by that, You know, long as they kept that money right, everything was all good.
So that could have been the deal breaker right there.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker. Yeah, I go to work to make money. I don't go to work to make friends. I got enough friends. You know what I'm saying? So as long as that was right, and everything else fall in place.
So how does that compare to the dedication you put in to the tribalism and to the 42? We all know what the 42 seconds stand for, that Polk Street phenomenon known as Polk Street, Linwood Polk Street, right? So how does that energy transfer?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, if I'm gonna put 100% into the streets, then I'm gonna put 100% into my livelihood. You know what I'm saying? And my job, that's my livelihood. You know what I'm saying? That's what keep these lights on. You know what I'm saying? That's keep mortgage paid. You know what I'm saying? Keep food in my refrigerator. So, by all means, just like in the streets, you know what I mean? By all means, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to survive. You know what I'm saying? Protect myself, and, protect my homies. You know what I'm saying? It's a, same thing at a job. Put all that energy into that.
And man, who doing the decoration in here, man? This decoration is out of sight, man. This is a big deal.
Yeah, my wife did. I did all the work. She do all the decoration and shit.
Right.
That's her thing.
Man, congrats to her, man. She really set this thing up. I don't know if y'all could take all this in, man, but yeah, I'm capturing a little bit at a time.
Yeah, this is the off limits room right here. I don't even come up in here. I just pass through looking.
It don't look like it's kid proof, devil.
No, it ain't kid proof. No kids up in there. Ain't no kids in here. I got 11 grandkids. They all know when they come through that front door, keep walking straight. Don't turn left through here.
Well, I mean? That's a good thing, man. You know what I mean? Because we all know. I mean, we love the kids, but at the same time, we can't let them just do what they want to do.
And there's order in this house. I'm the king of this castle.
So how's it been, man? Now that you're on the job, right, and you actually had to change locations as well.
Yeah. Well, that's what I started my career at the location I'm at now. So it all came full circle. So I'm gonna finish my career right where I started at. You know what I mean? Same building. So, it's bittersweet. I mean, it really wasn't a change. It was I just do what I got to do. You know what I mean? If I got to work San Bernardino, wherever I got to work at, I'm gonna be there, get that bread.
So let me ask you this, Dad. Is there any comparisons or similarities that you see when you things that you took to the street that also you could transfer as you work your job? You see different little things and characteristics of people, how you coach them, or how you because I like to say educate them, because I don't like, I say people train animals, they don't train people. You educate people.
Right. It's basically, the leadership role. I mean, because, when I was out there in the streets doing my thing, I took that, that leadership role. I wasn't a follower. You know what I'm saying? I didn't take orders from nobody. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give no orders. You know what I mean? But, I was always the one that was outspoken. You know what I'm saying? And I just transfer that to my job. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got these young kids that I'm I don't like to call myself the boss or say I'm over somebody because we all one big group. But I got the experience that I can show them how to better themselves. You know what I'm saying? Be a better person. Like I tell them, your families, your outside business is your outside business. You know what I'm saying? When you come to work, you got to protect that work. Don't bring that outside, negative or whatever you got going on. Don't bring it to work. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about it. So probably can help you deal with your situations or whatever, because we all go through it. You know what I mean? So I just try to be a leader. You know what I mean? Because they all youngsters. You know what I'm saying? And I was them at one time. I was a young cat.
Let's
Couple
talk
years ago.
about these youngsters, man, because there's been people reaching out, like they want a job. At the end of the day, are they fully going through the process to even have a job? Why do you think that they do one or two steps, but they don't want to complete it? What is that?
Because I think it's a lot of it comes with the work ethic. I mean, if you want something, you're gonna go out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing free. Even the air we breathing right now, you gotta buy a mask. So the air you breathing costs money. So it's like they don't have that initiative. You know what I mean? And they act like somebody owes them something. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
If you want to get something, you want to accomplish something, you got to go out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? As a young man or a young woman, you know, in your adolescent years, you can grow up to be anybody you want to be. You know what I mean? Whether you want to be even the president of the United States, Trump proved that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just think that it starts with the home and the person. You know what I mean? So, if you want it, it's there to get it.
Even I know, Deb, that and I'm gonna use honeybees, right? Bees don't waste time explaining to flies that honey is better than doo doo. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because when you look at it, with your job, you get medical, 401k. You can even, if you credit union, you can borrow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You get a lot of access. And
You
if
get
you're a union, there's a
pension.
lot of protection and pretension and yeah, pension there, and you have a lot of perks. But in the sense of the bang or the gang, there's nothing there. How why is it that our people have difficulty seeing the upside of entering into the workforce or becoming an entrepreneur or just finding other means and ways to be productive in their community?
It's experience. I mean, it's like when you get something and you taste it for the first time and it tastes good, you're gonna always want to go back and get it. So it's like that lifestyle that you lived on the streets. It felt good, so that's what all you knew. So you're gonna keep doing it. But once you elevate yourself and you get that career, whatever it is, whatever it may be, and you taste that for the first time, having just something small as having medical insurance. You break your arm, you go get seen by the best doctors. So you get physical therapy. You get paid to stay home. You know what I mean? That kind of like open your eyes, like damn, where this been. You know what I'm saying? And just like you know, your 401k. Just all kind of different things that once you taste it for the first time, what I'm saying, it brightens your horizon, so to speak. You know what I mean? Make you open your eyes like, damn, all this time I've been out here on these streets doing my thing, look what I've been missing. It ain't never too late to change. You
Right,
know what I
right.
mean? It ain't never too late to change.
It almost seemed like they have a problem with trading the PlayStation and the blood for a great career or living. It almost seems like it's a non-starter to me.
Mm.
But you ever get that sense of
I mean, a lot of people don't got no obligations. A lot of people don't got nobody to take care of. I mean, they don't got kids living with their parents. They living a good life. You know what I mean? But then you got those that's living with a woman that got kids, but you know, she allowing him to stay there or he allowing himself to just settle for less. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And don't understand that, there's a lot of things out there, man, that you can go and grasp. You know what I mean? If you put your best foot forward. You know what I mean? Because that PlayStation ain't gonna pay no bills. You know what I'm saying? So I had to give a lot of stuff up. To change my life, I had to change my whole lifestyle just to keep me focused on the path. You know what I mean? And stay righteous with myself and stay honest. You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of people don't do. They don't be honest. You know, it wasn't like I got a job and all of a sudden I'm not a gangbanger. I'm not a gang member no more. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, walking around like ain't nobody gonna touch me because I got on a work uniform. You know what I mean? You got to be honest with yourself. You know, reality. You know, and the reality part is that, you know, if a person see you and they know you from being from somewhere, you know, that's what they gonna know you by. You know what I mean? And their actions gonna speak and gonna be aggressive towards that, not the working man.
It almost seemed like their mind go right back to wherever the last time they saw you. And even if that last time was 88,
Mm-hmm.
their mindset go all the way back to 88. And they don't know that it's 2022. You have grown, matured.
Mm-hmm.
You have exercised the ability to leave things to the side and not look at things in the terms that you use. They don't take none of that into account.
No, no. I ran across so many dudes, man, that's my age that, you know, they still mad at that ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? That ass whooping was 20, 30, almost 30 years ago. You know
That's a
what I mean?
long
That's a
lasting
long
ass
time.
whip.
You know what I mean? You still mad. You know what I'm saying? I done took L's. You know, I ain't mad at no man. You know what I'm saying? I see you in the streets and you know, I done got the shorter in the stick. I actually got the shorter in the stick. That was back then. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm on a whole different level right now. I'm not going to even waste 20 minutes out of my time to even approach you on some shit that happened 30 years ago. You know, so I can't get that 20 minutes back, and my time is precious. So I ain't gonna waste my time on that bullshit.
Speaking of wasting time on 20, 30 years ago, man, there was recently an event where Crip Mac, right? And I don't know if you want to speak on it, but I'm going to ask the question. They took something that happened like way back, you know, I don't know how many years ago, and brought it to present day and initiated a DP, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your take on that, on the DP? What gives put a person in a DP position?
Well, shit, man. Violation. Number one. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
each gang, each turf, they got their own politics. Some people govern a little different than others. You know, some people more stricter. You know what I'm saying? To where, you know, just by not coming to the hood every day, you know, that might warrant a DP. You know, that's how we used to do it. If you wasn't around for a week or two, you come popping up, you know, you might get disciplined because you had to be in the hood every day,
Mm-hmm.
no matter if you live way on the other side of town. But you know, when you join the gang, you join with a file, and your file is everything you did, you know, prior and up to present. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing about living in the hood and growing up in a certain neighborhood before you even join that gang. You know what I mean? When we was courting people in, you know, we knew who you were. We knew your mama, your daddy. You know, we know a lot about you. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't just accepting anybody. You know, back in them days, you couldn't just come to the hood and say, I want to get jumped in. That wasn't happening. You know what I'm saying? In some cases it probably, but it wasn't happening in our section. You know, we might whoop your ass and rob you. You know what I mean? And kick you in your ass and make you get on, some shit like that. But, you know, everybody different. You know, they politics probably a little different. They probably wasn't tripping off of, well, evidently they was tripping off what he did, you know, when he was 12, 13 years old. And, you know, but, you know, that's their politics over there.
Right. The way you explain that, you explain it like it was quality over numbers.
Yeah. I mean,
because quality control is like putting out the best product. Having quality control means that you actually did the math
right.
on the matter, and if the math came out in favor, then yes. But if it didn't, then no. Find you somewhere else to go.
Right. Yeah. You got a bad background, or you know, like I said, these days and time, anybody can join. I mean, a lot of people join. They just put anybody on just because they want to be deep. You know what I'm saying? Or you move into a neighborhood that's already big, you know, they're gonna swallow you up. You know what I mean? Like a shark. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to live over there without being from over there. In some cases, not all, but you know what I'm saying. In some cases, they gonna, you know, you ain't can't live in the projects and not be from over there. You know, it's just gonna overpower you. You know what I mean? So a lot of people join like that. And they really don't care about what's been on your background or you know what's on your jacket. You know what I'm saying? Until they find out, and then you know, at the DP.
So shouldn't the DP extend to whoever brought you around or whoever put you over there? Because if you didn't grow up in that section, and nobody can say your parents, your aunties, your uncles, and cousins. Nobody can connect the dots to your family
Mm-hmm.
pattern. So obviously you a walk on, right?
Right.
So should whoever allowed you or brought you around there for the walk on, should they be subject to the same thing?
I wouldn't think so.
Okay.
I wouldn't think so. But I mean, you got to be liable for your own actions. You know what I'm saying? In this gang life, and when I speak about gangs, I only can speak about it from when I started in the '80s up until I turned my life around. It's way different now. So I don't know the different politics about it now, but back then, that's when I say anybody couldn't just join. Cripping wasn't no, was no, wasn't fashionable to be no crip. Wasn't no fashion statement. You know what I mean? It was a way of life. You know what I mean? Most of us was a product of our environment. You know what I mean? So we took that shit serious.
I don't know not one person that woke up and say, one day I'm gonna be a crip.
Right. Right.
Usually there was circumstances and there was situation that transpired that happened right in real time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That like kind of puts you in a traumatic situation where you said, man, them dudes doing too much over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. I don't say something. I lost my train of thought. There was something about that about when people joining and all that. But yeah, I mean, it's serious, And I took it serious when I joined the gang. You know what I'm saying? The homies took it serious too. So, it wasn't no walk-ons.
Mm-hmm. That's cool, man. So,
But I'm glad he's still living to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that didn't live to talk about no DP.
nah, that's true.
And a lot of people got, shit. I see some brutal shit.
Right. So, is the DP ever consist of just one-on-one individuals, or is the DP always has a variety of individuals that's going to extend the DP?
It all depends on how that certain particular section govern their discipline. I mean, we always had maybe a 2-on-1, a 3-on-1, sometimes a 4-on-1. Or I ain't never seen no 1-on-1 though. We wasn't having no 1-on-1s. You know what I'm saying? Our DP crew was I would say a little vicious. Because wasn't no little cuts coming up out of that right there.
You know what's rare about the DP though? You rarely ever see a reputable, and that's probably because they record be impeccable, but sometimes they mess up too. But they never fall up under the guise of DP.
Yeah, probably cause out of fear. But ain't nobody bigger than the program. I mean, ain't no one dude. I mean, like myself, I never been DP. I didn't DP. A lot of homies, but always played by the rules. Always, what I'm saying, kept my shit on the straight and narrow. No telling, no running out on no homie, no foul shit, no backstabbing, nothing to warrant a discipline. You know what I mean? But I was on that DP crew, and shit, man, it was vicious.
And that's what it comes down to, understanding the rules and understanding what it is that individuals that's going to be, because what's happening, man, is that there's envy and jealousy and hatred even from your own homies. You know what I mean? And they may not reveal that until they get an opportunity to put you in a situation, and then at that time, you'll see it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always gonna be jealousy. It's always gonna be envious and hate. A person would be mad at you just for you buying a pair of new shoes. You know what I mean? Something as simple as that. You know what I mean? And all the way to you progressing or buying a house or a car. You know what I mean? I don't understand that. Like, whatever he got going on, you can get it too. You know what I mean? If you humble yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? And let that ego go out the window.
Right. So with the kids today, what can you give them as help them to navigate, or even give them some tools to think about? You know what I mean? Moving forward, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of kids that see the playing field and don't necessarily assign themselves or put themselves on the list to be part of Crip, Paru, Blood, or Hoover, or whatever.
Right. Well, it's like this. you got those kids that got one foot in and one foot out that ain't really with the gang banging. You know, them kids right there, you can save them kids. You know what I mean? Because 9 times out of the 10, they gonna turn their life around. You know what I mean? And one thing, they ain't gonna be known as no vicious person to do no bodily harm to somebody. If you ain't ever did no harm to somebody, it's easy to walk away and get out of it. But then you have those individuals that, you know, they just in it too deep. You know what I mean? They done did a whole bunch of dirt to people, and you people ain't gonna forget that. You know what I mean? And that's all they know. You know what I'm saying? Them people right there, you know, if they don't want change for themselves, you can't save them. They ain't nothing that we can sit down and tell them that's gonna save them. You know what I mean? But I think that the bigger thing is opportunity.
Opportunity.
When you put opportunity in front of somebody and you give a young person the opportunity to do better and to see themselves as a better person and to live better, then their attitude and lifestyle will change. But it won't change being in that same environment. You know what I mean? You can't be in the dog kennel with a bunch of killer dogs and you be the nicest dog. You're gonna have to get out of that kennel and go over there by yourself with some nice dogs to, you know, transfer that mindset. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's what I tell them. And this day and time, it's 2022, you know, gang banging, you know, like I say, I mean, some people in the deep, you know what I'm saying, but it ain't worth it, you know what I'm saying, because if you join a gang, like let's say for instance, a young dude join the hood, join my hood, and he get killed, you know what I mean, even though he's from the hood and we from the same hood, I'm not gonna feel no different way about it. You know, I might say, oh damn, that's fucked up, you know, the little homie got killed, but I'm gonna go over there, fix me a sandwich, and go watch TV, and don't think about this young. You know what I mean? This young. That's just the reality of it, because I don't know you. You know what I mean? And to those that's in the deep like that, and you know they get your picture on their shirt, they might go do something for you, but then a week later, man, you ain't nothing but a memory. You got that hoop, you got that tombstone trophy, but after that, you're a memory. You know what I'm saying? For years to come.
So why is it, man, that when that happens, man, we wind up doing chicken sales, taco sales, and car washes? You know, it's almost like nobody prepares for what's kind of like destined. There's a couple of destinations that come with that combination. You know what I mean? And you was talking about opportunity. Opportunity. You got an opportunity to join Air Force, Navy, Marines, Army, go to college, go to trade school, or just come out of Y school and enter to the workforce. But then there's that fifth option where they seem to join up the gang and hang out. You know what I mean? So when that, whatever benefit comes from that, when that falls on the individual, then we're left with the chicken sale, tacos, car washes, and so on and so forth. And why is that so abundantly truth in our community? Why we can't seem to understand that we need to make better decisions.
Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, like, ain't nobody joining the gang and thinking about life insurance. That's for one. I mean, you ain't getting put on and then tomorrow say, I need to get some life insurance because I might get killed in 2 months. And then, you know, you're a product of your environment. I mean, like I say, you move to a neighborhood and 90% of your peers are from this gang and you become friends with these dudes. I mean, you're going to join that gang eventually. You know what I mean? Just out of the friendship, out of the, you know, they welcome you.
Commonality.
And you know what I mean? That brotherhood, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They sharing things with you, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, they inviting you in their house, you spending the night with them, you know what I'm saying? And you know, they know your mother, you know their mother. So you start off as friends, you know what I'm saying? And it's hard to shake that, you know, just like today, you know, even though I'm not on the block hanging out every day, you know what I'm saying? Them dudes over there that I grew up with, you know what I'm saying? Them still my homies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not Xing them out and saying, oh, nigga, don't call my phone. Oh, I ain't fucking with you. Oh, this and that. It's just that I'm not doing what you doing. That don't mean I'm better than you. It's just that I did that already, homie. And it's like, you know, I see a better way for myself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was already, you know, if I would have kept going the way I was going, I might not be sitting right here giving this interview. I know for sure I wouldn't be sitting right here giving this interview.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What do we do with the homies that just give us a headache?
Man, you just gotta love them from a distance, man. You know what I'm saying? Because some people they might not see what you see. You know what I'm saying? But it still could be something that you could tell them that might flip that switch and make them take a different route.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because when I was a young dude gangbanging, the homies that didn't do what I did, I didn't look at them no different way. It was just like, I'm a young nigga and I'm on the front line. They did this already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I always sat and talked to them. You know what I mean? Like Ken Do, certain homies like that. Get that wisdom.
Shout out to Ken Do.
Yeah, shout out to Ken Do. You know what I'm saying? That.
But I will say this, Dev. Difference don't mean deficient, nor do it mean less than. It just means that it's different.
Yeah.
And we have to accept people's difference.
Yeah.
But we're going to leave it right there. When are you going to get the kids going out, man?
Man, to all the kids, if you're out there, man, just, value yourself.
There it is.
Value your life. You know what I mean? Listen to somebody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with sitting down and closing your mouth and open your ears. You know what I mean? Because somebody might say something that might save your life. It might be a total stranger. It ain't got to be nobody from your hood or your era or your family. It might be just a total stranger. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot more out here to life than gangbanging.
And by the way, before we close, there is job openings where you work at, huh?
Yeah. If you're looking to, build a career as far as becoming an engineer or, labor or diesel mechanic, we is currently hiring right now. It's on the job training, so you don't need no experience coming in. As far as diesel mechanic, you need experience. You need 2 years of diesel experience, but as far as an engineer, they have classes that teach you, and it's on the job training. If you're interested, you can email me at Quinchell11. That's QUINCHELLE 11 at yahoo.com, and send me a resume with your name and number, and I'll get back with you. When I receive it, and then we can move forward from there.
Shout out to that. I appreciate you, Big Deb, man. Professor Melly Mel, the Hood Post, man. We got Big Deb.
Yeah.
And
but I got one thing.
Go ahead.
If you do get in and you're working under me in my department, don't forget you owe me lunch on the first time. After that first paycheck, man, you owe me lunch. That's it.
That's it. We gone. We gone, Deb?
Yeah, we gone.
Hub City. I'm a street nigga, streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the feds get me. It's guap off top, diamond Cartier. That nigga Wall won't give a pro